This video contains flashing lights, unsettling content, violent content, jump scares, sudden loud noises. Viewer discretion advised.
Hello everybody, my name is Spookster and welcome to another episode of the Roblox Case Files, the show where we cover the weird and wacky stories of Roblox. And today we have quite the odd case, coming from the Roblox user. He tells us quite the compelling story. This case's codename goes by Bacon Hair and takes the virtual world into reality. But how is that even possible? Well, let's stop wasting time and finally crack this case. But guys, before we begin, make sure you smash that like button or I'm gonna explode this bomb and kill the whole Bacon family. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for liking the video. Let's begin. The default skin in Roblox has sort of a bad reputation, and it has become a meme in recent years, gaining the nickname Bacon Hair. If you love them or hate them, just know that I'm afraid of them. If I even look at them, I'm reminded of those players, but you're probably asking for the story, so here it is. It was 2 AM in the morning. I have never been a heavy sleeper, unlike my brother who sleeps very early. We could stay up all night since we were old enough to not have a bedtime. Anyways, I was playing Roblox and began to play some sort of auto rap battles. I play this game because I love to flex on noobs. After a few rounds, I got the opponent named John4568. He, of course, was a default player. He didn't even know how to play the game at all, so I humiliated the hell out of him. When he got his chance to rap, he only made the sad face, but it was a little different than normal. The text was blue and there was this weird tear. It didn't look like an emoji because the tear looked very real. For a second, I felt bad for the guy, but I later started not to care since I've done this before. But I was questioning how he made the text blue and how he inserted that realistic tear. I then started to search the site even more and found a game called Do You Smell Bacon? It looked to be some sort of horror game since the thumbnail had dark trees with bacon on them. But the title wasn't very scary. I don't know why I clicked it. Maybe because I was in the mood to play a horror game and the fact that I just roasted the bacon hair. So I was in a bacony mood, if that means anything. If that's even a word. So I joined the game and it looked exactly like it did in the thumbnail. While I was exploring, I saw 8 users in the distance. This was weird since there wasn't any actual players on the leaderboard. This was strange, but I brushed them off as being NPCs. As I got closer to them, I noticed they were bacon hairs. It seemed fitting because the title of the game was Do You Smell Bacon? I almost left the game because this wasn't anything scary, just weird, until I noticed that one of them saw me. I then started to become a little interested. The same one that looked at me walked over to me and said, "What are you doing here?" Since I thought they were all NPCs, I didn't respond. He later said, "Not gonna talk, huh?" I still didn't reply. Another one of them said, "Aren't you that guy who made John cry?" As soon as he said that, my heart dropped into my chest, like a brick being thrown in water. How did this guy know who John4568 was? Now I knew these people weren't NPCs, but real people. But now I had even more questions. How are their names not appearing in the leaderboard? And how are they seeing my history on Roblox? I wanted to leave, but I needed answers. So I asked the guy, how does he know John? All of them said, "He is our friend, and we don't treat kindly to those who," and the rest of the message was hashtagged. They then said, "Now tell me, do you smell bacon?" I did smell bacon. It was coming from the kitchen. Someone is in my house. I then stumbled to my brother's bed in fear and tried to wake him up. And him being a heavy sleeper, he didn't wake up. I looked back at my computer screen and those damn bacon-haired players said, "He won't wake up." As soon as they said that, I was afraid. This wasn't like those normal moments when someone threatened me online. Have you ever got that feeling when someone is robbing you at gunpoint? Or a home invader taunting you as you hide in your closet? That is the feeling I had at that moment. I unplugged my computer and tried to call my parents, who weren't home at the time. They didn't pick up. I was too afraid to call the police. I wasn't in the state to describe my situation to them. My phone suddenly died at that moment. I looked back at my computer, and it was a black screen. But I could tell it was still on, since it was making loud sounds. Suddenly, some text appeared on the screen. It simply said, "We control technology. We control everything." The text disappeared, and some new text appeared. It simply said, "Time to meet your maker." That's when I noticed the smell of bacon was getting stronger. I turned around and saw something that didn't look human. It looked like a default Roblox skin, but it was tall and smelt like bacon. His clothing was covered in a black substance that appeared to be steaming. He had large, dark, black eyes. Blood wasn't dripping out of them, but they were completely black, like I was looking into space. He had a disgusting smile that was bad, worse by the bacon odor that was coming out of it. I desperately tried to wake up my brother, but I just couldn't. As the monster walked over to me, then touched me, I then started to faint. I woke up in the living room. My parents were there as well as the police, but my brother was not there. Worried and scared for my life, I asked my dad, "Where is my brother?" He simply replied, "He's upstairs playing video games." I went to my room and saw a smile written in bacon. With my phone on the computer table, I picked up my phone and got a text saying, "He took him, and it's time to take you." So that dawns the end of today's case file, and in my conclusion, I have to strongly say that this most likely never happened. I don't know about you, but I'm fairly certain that bacons can't manifest themselves into the real world. But don't let that take away the fact that this was quite the interesting story, even with its more absurd plot twists. I can also weirdly relate to the story as well, due to the fact I've been a toxic player and would often prey on weaker opponents for easier wins. But luckily now, since I've grown up, I've realized that's wrong and you should always try to uplift people rather than pushing them down. If the community gets better, we all get better. And that's the moral I think the story is trying to teach us. And hopefully we can all take something positive from this Roblox tale of horror. But what do you guys think? Do you believe this actually happened and the writer is being truthful? Do you think the story has a deeper moral teaching for us? Or is this just another tale trying to spread lies and strike horror into unsuspected victims? Whatever you believe, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure to read every single one of them. And as always, that's today's video. Thank you all who made it to the end. Have a blessed day and stay out of trouble, moosters. Love ya and have a good one. Mwah!